Well, it's been fantastic to welcome all of our new students and parents into the Seaford community. We've had students joining a variety of different year groups, but our major entry points are at Year 7, Year 9 and into our sixth form in Year 12. The first 2 days back have been majoring on getting our students settled into the school, getting to know our current students that were already at Seaford and bonding with their fellow tutees and their tutors, which is really important for the year ahead. Our Year 9 is a major entry point for us, and it's really important that we get all the new students coming from a variety of different prep schools to bond with our students coming up from our own prep school. And it's almost like a restart for the students. So we really focus on getting them to bond with each other and to get to know their peers. So by the end of the first couple of weeks, they've made a huge number of new friends and they really know where they're going around the big campus here at Seaford. One of the major points of focus in the first day for our Year 9s was our digital carousel. And they had 3 different sessions. One with myself, where I focused on talking about getting the students to know how to use their iPads and know how to use all the different Seaford technologies we've got here. And really, when they come into Year 9, we want them to start to be independent learners and to start to look after their own time and their own timetable and really use the tools and tips that they can use on their iPad to make learning the best for them. They are in control of that. They have a huge number of different tools that I went through, and then some simple things that we all take for granted, like setting reminders on their calendar, how to use their calendar, how to use their email, all kind of things that we take for granted in the workplace that we really want our 13, 14-year-olds to get to grips with as soon as possible. Our students had 2 talks on AI. First of all, focusing on what actually is it? And it's not something we ban here at Seaford at all. We want our students and our teachers to make the most of it. And so Chris Hawley, our Director of Innovation, spent some time talking to them about that, how they can use it to help them learn and help them in the classroom. And David Crook, our Head of Computing and ICT, again helped them to understand what it is and also how to avoid some of the pitfalls that come along with AI as well. So many of our students took part in a variety of different PSHE talks. We had talks from Laura Kennington, who was an adventurous athlete looking to inspire the students as they're heading through their GCSE journeys. 10 also had a talk from Carl Hopwood, who's an expert on e-safety and how to look after themselves online, whether that's on their mobile phones, on their iPads here at Seaford, or when gaming at home or using any internet whilst they're at home as well. So Year 9 came in on Thursday to a rather damp Seaford, but they all got stuck into a variety of different activities, from archery tag to building rafts for their tutors, and I know a few tutors ended up getting wet in the swimming pool, which was really good to see. And the whole point of these activities is, again, to get them to bond as a tutor group, to bond as a peer group, and to get to know their tutor really, really well. Whilst Year 9 were doing that, years 10 and 11 went on a variety of different curriculum trips based on one of their GCSE options. So we had the Year 11 geographers down in a very wet and rainy Portsmouth, having a tour of the city and looking at things that they can use in their coursework. We had some of our artists visiting museums and galleries in London, some of our GCSE PE students visiting Ealing Trailfinders, and I know all the students had a fantastic time on these trips, and it was a really good start to the year for them. We also had some of our GCSE English students visiting the Chichester Festival Theatre to see the fantastic Oliver production, and then some of our performing arts students across dance, music and drama, went to see Hadestown in the West End in London. We invited all of our Year 12 students to an induction barbecue on Tuesday, and it was fantastic to see them all back at Seaford with their parents and again mingling with their peers. The focus of this was for them to get to meet their tutor for the first time and again to start to bond as a year group. So the Year 12 students got in early on Wednesday morning and they headed quickly off on a bus down to Calshot near Southampton, and they were away for 2 days of outdoor activities, again bonding as a year group, bonding as tutor groups and really getting to know the sixth form team headed up by James Kimber, our Director of Sixth Form. We look forward to welcoming parents back to Seaford again in a week's time for our Year 12 ball, which is always a fantastic evening in the Johnson Centre, great food and great dancing and music. So Year 7 is another one of our major entry points, and over the last 2 days, Mr. Disley May, the head of Year 7, has spent a lot of time bedding in the new students and getting them to know the other students that have come up from our Year 6s and their tutor team. Unfortunately, yesterday they weren't able to go to West Wittering due to the rain, but Mr. Disley May put on a great programme of events with thanks to our science department, our sports department and our resident martial artist Simon Staples. And today, Friday, we crack on with academic lessons. Students were straight into that from 9:15 this morning. I know all the teachers are really ready and raring to go and to get on with their courses this year. And good luck to all of our students, and ad alta for the year.